Hello and welcome, BitMonger family. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic today. Beautiful day coming at you from Thailand. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about a crazy BitMonger story that happened to me, I guess it was maybe about 25 years ago or so. And I was down in Phuket, partying in Patong, being crazy. And this is the boating incident. The BitMonger with boats and hoes, man. And as you can see here in the photo, that's what I was on. I was on a catamaran. And I had some sailing lessons a long time ago as a kid, on one of those little tiny sailboats. So I knew a little bit, and I am a boat captain, but I'm not licensed as a sailing captain for sailboats. It was motorized boats. But anyways, I have some boating experience, of course, and but not much sailing. Anyways, so I'm with I had partied the night before, had a great time, had met up with these two lovlies, and had an amazing threesome. And these two girls were roommates. And they went back to their apartment and got changed. And then we had agreed to meet up and do a little sailing. And it was an interesting day. It was like around this time of year. I think it was more in October, if I remember correctly. And so we go down there and we rent this Hobie cat. And we go to sail around in Patong Bay. And it was looking like a fantastic day. We get down there. And like most Thai ladies, these gals don't know how to swim. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, they got a lot of courage, going out on a little tiny boat like this out in the middle of the bay, and you don't know how to swim. Well, it was all fine. And it was a cloudy day. It was, and that's probably why they went, because most of these gals, they don't like to get direct sunlight. And it was late mid morning, and so we go down there. I rent the boat. And, guy gives me an hour or so. I think it was an hour rental. And I had my wallet with me. I didn't want to leave it there on the beach. So for some reason, I tied it, I put it in a plastic bag, and I tied it to the mast of the sailboat. And we get out into the bay, and we're having a great time. They're loving it. I'm loving it. And then suddenly we get a shift in the weather. And these big clouds start rolling in. And the wind starts picking up. And I'm having a great time. We are just flying in this thing. We're cruising around. We're transversing, going, cutting back and forth. All of a sudden, it was the most incredible thing I've probably seen since of my times on the water. And these winds picked up. And they just started howling. I'm talking crazy. And at the time, I was cutting across the bay. And all of a sudden, we are going at phenomenal speeds. I'm talking like these guys are whipping by on, full throttle on these jet skis. And I'm passing them. And I'm like, fuck, this is getting scary. I mean, that little Hobie cat is going so fast that it is skipping. And I'm looking at these two gals, and all of a sudden, their facial expressions have absolutely changed. And they could see me as well. They probably were surprised. But all of a sudden, their faces were like in complete fear. Now, in this type of situation, the idea is to put your bow into the wind. To try to stop. But we're going so fast that it was just, if I tried to do that, most likely one of those little pontoons was going to purl and, catapult us. And I'm thinking, oh no. So what I'm trying to do instead is I try to drop the sail. But what do you know? I didn't check it, but those guys that rented it out to me had tied a big knot into the line. There's no way I could drop the sail. It's like, oh shit. So the only thing I can try to do is I'm seeing another boat out in front of me. So I'm going to have to maneuver it. And as soon as I barely move that sail, the whole fucking left pontoon catches the water and the whole boat, Phuket, just catapults us. I grab onto the back of the boat and get flipped up, so I'm now about, 14, 16 feet above the water. But the two gals just get completely launched. Nothing happened to them, thank God. They get completely launched. They got life jackets on, so it's no problem. And then it just starts dumping rain. I mean, just massive, just pissing really hard. Just one of these wicked tropical storms. And if you've been in them, you know what they're like. I mean, it's like someone was up above you with a big bucket of water and they're just dumping it on you. And I'm looking around and I see the one gal swims back to the boat. I'm screaming at her, fucking come back, grab onto the boat. I'm like, Japdua. And the other one, I see her starting to swim off. She's paddling, and I'm like, where's she going? I'm telling her, come here. And she keeps going, and then all of a sudden she grabs something, and she swims back, and I'm thinking, what the hell? Why isn't this gal coming back to the boat? And I see that she's got in her hand, she's got the plastic bag with my wallet. And I couldn't believe it that she was risking, basically. I mean, remember, guys, we're in the middle of the bay. She doesn't know how to swim. And she's, essentially kind of risking her life, to try to grab my wallet, my money. I mean, it just blew my mind that she would take that kind of risk, knowing that she didn't know how to swim. We're in the middle of the bay, and even though she's got a life jacket on, I mean, that would be frightening. But she grabbed it, and I did give her a nice tip. And eventually, one of these long-tail boats that you can see in the photos here, these long-tail boats, you see them. I used to get to work on these things. Anyways, a long-tail boat comes by and tosses me a line because we couldn't flip the thing. And flips us over. And I sail back in and we called it a day. And but wow, man. Wild experience in Phuket back in the day. The BitMonger with, boats and hoes. So there you have it, guys. That's my boats and hose story. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you enjoyed it. Monger out.